A Freudian slip of the tongue. You know how you say stuff that you really don't mean, but you mean it. Or you say something that you really didn't mean, but it came out and it sounded one way. And it came across. So Joe Biden said once, when he was his campaign when he was running for office was Build Back Better. Okay? And that Build Back Better is coded 666. Now, I want you to listen to this.
And my first piece of advice to you is let's take care of our mental and physical health first before we embark upon what is going to be a journey to rebuild these communities back and rebuild them better than they were when we started this fire. And rebuild them better than they were when we started this fire. And my first piece of advice to you is let's take care of our mental and physical health first before we embark upon what is going to be a journey to rebuild these communities back and rebuild them better than they were when we started this fire.
I've got one that can see.
Logic.
So we're going to pause that. A lot of times, again, you have to admit what you've done. God made it possible. He says nothing is done under the sun that will not be uncovered. Now, watch this. So the 2028 Olympics is in this same area. Okay. The plan always was to build smart cities. Maui is slated to be smart cities on that island. 15-minute cities, everything electric. Okay? Everything, cars, social credit score, all that jazz. That was the plan, and this is the one that they are going to continue to run with. This was made in December 2020, folks. Look at that at the bottom, December 2020. Los Angeles. Technology for a better Los Angeles. Smart LA 2028. All right, so you have a list of, this was back in 23, the latest data and technology powering smart cities. Okay, now 10 U.S. cities best prepared for smart city future. Austin, Texas. Los Angeles. Seattle, Washington. San Francisco. Atlanta, Georgia. Washington, D.C. Dallas, Texas. New York, New York. San Jose. And Portland, Oregon. A lot of West Coast. You got one South, one East. But the most of these are in the western part of the country, outside of Austin, Texas. Okay? Green infrastructure, they score 92. Look at these, tech job market. Where does, let's see, LA fall at? 74 on the score out of 100. They really want that city. Okay? All the rest of these are in the 9, 60, 69, 70, but where is LA? LA is second on the list. Who's first? Austin, Texas. They are first on the list. Real important that we watch these dates too, just to show you how far back this has been a plan. Maui was where we had a smoke out as well. A bunch of children came up missing, and then The Rock and Oprah, both of them billionaires, begging people for money when y'all got it in your own pocket. Maui's ambitious steps towards becoming the first smart city, AI-powered governance. This is where they want to take things, folks. But if you're sleepwalking, you don't know these things. So what do we need to do to get rid of y'all? Let's smoke you out and burn you out. And then we're not going to cover the cost of your home. Same thing in Maui. Same thing in the Carolinas, where all that lithium is underground. They drown them folks out, and they still pulling bodies up out of the rubble in South Carolina. So this is from September 2023, folks. This has been a plan for a long time. For those of us that know and we research stuff, the smart cities is what they want to take this country to. Total control of everything you do. Okay? That social credit score means in these smart cities, they give you an allowance, a monthly allowance, and you go spend. You're hooked up to their grid, and they know what you're purchasing. They know what you buy. They know your spending habits. And anything that you do that they agree with, it gives you a better social credit score, folks. So this is not something that's been new or out of the ordinary. The reason why they're burning California down, and more people are coming out and saying this, that they wanted to turn that, get rid of you jokers, and turn it into smart cities. Hold on. Now, when you go online and ask the internet what a smart city is a urban area that uses digital technology and data, and to operate, provide services, data can be collected from citizens. They can collect your data, okay, from citizens, okay, using devices, buildings, or cameras. Total surveillance, total matrix. This has been the plan. Okay, applications include traffic, transportation systems, power plants, utilities, urban, forestry, water supply. What was been the big issue out there in California? Some two rich billionaires own the water supply, and the mayor cut the water off $50 million worth of infrastructure a week before. You can't tell me that these people didn't know what they was doing. Every time we have one of these situations, it always comes out later. Whoever was in charge cut this, cut that, cut this right before the tragedy happened. When the buildings fell down in 2001, the dude that owned them buildings took out the largest insurance policy on them twin towers before they came down. Every piece of business, you can go back and check the paper trail. These are wicked people in control, burning people out their houses, ruining families, so that they can implement a new government, folks. This is wickedness. Real wicked. Deuces. Found the article. This is from 2020. So it's important, again, look at these dates. You have to backtrack. You have to backlink everything these wicked folks do. So now watch this. Dilbert creator says he found a secret satanic message in Joe Biden's campaign slogan, August 28, 2020. Scott Adams, the creator of Dilbert, claims to have discovered a satanic message within a former vice president currently on his way out. Rice pudding, adult diapers, Joe Beasy, Joe Sleazy, and Kamala, the great Kamala. She will probably go back and run for governor of California because Governor Newsom is raps for him. Okay. Former vice president and current Democratic presidential, this was in 2020, Joe Biden's campaign slogan. On Twitter, Adams claimed that the Biden slogan, Build Back Better, shows a disguised 666. This is the number of man and the beast, according to Revelation, using the only letter that the numeral 6 would fit inside completely. He went on to add that there is a satanic coincidence in Biden's name. Now, I'm not going to play this, but I do these so y'all do your own research, but most of y'all won't. So if you go look this guy up. Now, it says, did you know if you took the capital letter J, just imagine the capital letter J in your mind. Now think of the next letter in Joe. It's O. Now just move with your mind the O to the left until it is on top of the J. It's a backwards 6. Oh my goodness, that's correct. Adams explained. Now suppose the next letter is a lowercase e. What does the lowercase e look like if you turn it upside down? Well, it looks like a 6. Not the capital E, but the lowercase e. So you've got So you've got the J and the O together. If you combine them, it looks like a backwards 6. You've got the lowercase e that looks like an upside down 6, but that's just 2 6s. Okay, 6 and 6 wouldn't mean anything, right? But the next letter is a capital B for Biden. The capital B is where you get your 6, because if you do a gematria study and a letter study, every letter has a number behind it, or maybe 2, 3 numbers behind it. Okay, because God said our genome is by letters, is by numbers, not letters. Numbers, not letters. So everything has a number behind it. And that's how the elite disguise everything they do. So when I just played you that video, that guy in the video said, we're going to build it back better. That's what he said after he admitted that they burned the place down. Now, he could have made a mistake. I don't think that really, no, brother. The Holy Spirit will make you confess. Even when you don't think you confessing the truth, you are going to tell the truth. Now, it's up to people who are watching to listen to hear the truth. Plain and simple. Not everybody will receive these messages, but some will. We're being played, people, all the way around. And where they were successful was 01. They figured if they fooled everybody into believing what happened, we could pretty much get away with anything, because the public is dumb enough to believe whatever we put out, because they're not smart enough to do their own research. And that's why we're in the situations we're in now today, because they think you're stupid. Well, most of you are stupid. You're not going to look this up. You're content with your little life. You don't care what's going on as long as it ain't reaching your doorstep. But we make these videos to tell you that it's on the block and on the way down the street to your doorstep. And if you don't wake up, it's going to overtake you, and you're going to be wondering where all this trouble came from. Deuces.